Fire.
Is what wins you the game. We are joined by our incredible contestants yet again. She's all of our favorite fashionista. Give it up for Devyni. Hey girl.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Happy to be back.
Yes, always great to see you. And he is our favorite realtor who also bakes. Give it up for Myk. What's up, Myk?
What's going on, friend? How you doing?
I am great. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
It is almost that time where baking season is amongst us. Thanksgiving, Christmas. You getting ready?
I'm exhausted already.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
As long as my plate is ready, we are all good to go.
Well,
guys, as you know, this game is not just about getting the answers correct. You got to know what you're talking about, and more importantly, you got to clock it. So give those big buzzers a hit. That's exactly what you'll be doing anytime you need to buzz in, clock in, and give your answers. Let's get this game started with our very first question. Who is suing Brian Michael Cox over an unpaid loan for a restaurant that never opened? Devyni.
Usher.
Usher is suing Brian. Why?
So there was a restaurant that was supposed to be come about. It never came about. So I think at the top of the year, Usher loaned a group, I don't know what the group is called, but Brian Michael Cox is part of this group. And he loaned them $1.7 million. And after a few months, Usher saw that they didn't get the building. There was no restaurant. And so, baby, he needed his money back. And so he asked for it back. And I think about September, he got $1 million of it. But then the other $700,000, he's waiting on.
Oh, still waiting on his money. What is the relationship, Myk, between Brian Michael Cox and Usher?
You know, Brian Michael Cox is huge in the music industry. He did hits like Burn and You Got It Bad, I believe, for Usher. So they've been working with each other for a good little minute. So, and to give somebody 1.7, you clearly got to have some type of relationship or some type of trust for them. So, yeah, they've been working with each other for a while.
Yeah, so to have this type of business relationship with someone, friendship, I would say, even when you're working that closely with someone and then you give them money, only to get $1 million of it back. Devyni, where the other 700 at? Is he getting it?
We don't know. He hasn't gotten any answers on what that other 700,000, what happened to it. They said it was used for other things. Usher don't know what the other things were, but he just knows he wants his money back. And I think he's suing him for, I think it's $4.9 million.
Wow.
$700,000 for each count of this lawsuit. So they got to pay up now. No restaurant. He need his money.
I need my coins. I do not blame him. That's a lot of money, and y'all are playing about the wrong thing anytime it comes to money. All right, Devyni, 100 points you have on the board. Myk, you're at 0, but I know you'll make a comeback. Let me help you do so by advancing on to our next question. Which celebrity made the statement, don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers? Myk.
Vivica A. Fox.
My girl Vivica. Now, was she telling the truth on this one? Should you not?
No, absolutely not. I think everybody know at this point, leave 50 alone. 50 is not good for nobody. I don't even think 50 is good for himself. I wouldn't date 50.
Listen, I wouldn't date him either. This is what Vivica had to say in her own words.
Fire to chase after their dreams.
Don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers. Wait, just so you know, it took me years to be able to laugh about it. Right. I had to learn to laugh, not to cry no more. But I did it. Yes.
It sounds like this actually hurt Vivica. Do you think the things over the course of years that 50 had to say about her kind of got to her?
Absolutely. That last part when she was like, I had to learn how to not cry about it, that told me all I needed to hear. She's been hurt over the years. I'm glad she's overcome it, but she got advice for the girls.
She did. She gave us some great advice, and ain't nothing like some good advice from an auntie.
Okay.
And I say that as a term of endearment to Vivica. How did 50 respond to this, Myk?
So you ought to know 50's petty, but compared to what he usually does, this was actually pretty decent for him. I think he said he posted some meme or some post on Instagram. It was like the blue pill off the Matrix or something like that or whatever. But they found it to be like fun shade. They get along now. She even made a comment on the Sherry Shepherd show. She was like, I'll take the blue pill. Clearly, Vivica was hooked.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that thing was kind of,
yeah. It gives that. It definitely gives that. You are absolutely right. And it sounds like she kind of went on the Sherry show to do some damage control after she made this statement. Her team was like, hey, we need to get you on the show to clear this up because the people are talking about this on the internet and let's give a clear statement.
Yeah.
And Sherry clearly was the platform where she got the opportunity to clear that up. Let's keep it rolling. Next question. House Representatives votes to release what almost unanimously? Devyni.
The Epstein files.
Do we think the Epstein files are going to actually be released this time?
I think they're actually going to be released, but it's not going to be the true Epstein files. It's taken too long for this to actually come out, and so that just tells me there's been some tweaking, some editing, some removing, some blacking out, because, baby, who knows what's in there at this point.
How do we get to the point, Myk, of them actually voting on this to happen?
Yeah, so they voted on something that was called the 427-1 that came out. I want to say, it was recently. Maybe I forgot what day it was. But yeah, so they voted on that, and now they're saying they're going to release everything. And I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be real.
I don't think it's going to be real only because it has taken so long. And then Jeffrey had a very interesting quote that he said that could possibly change or cause some ruckus in the American people. Do you not think so, Devyni?
I think so. He basically was saying, like, if these files are released, we're going to have to tear it all down.
Yeah.
Nobody is safe. To me, that's what I got from it. Nobody is safe, and it's a lot going on in those files.
And he said it in a way that does not make one person seem guilty. He said it as if there's a lot of politicians that could be guilty of a lot of different things if these files were to come out. Myk, why do you think it took so long for us to vote to have these files to be released? Because it's been talked about for such a long time. So why did it take the House to finally vote on this for it to possibly happen, if it even does?
I mean, as he stated, like, he basically said something to the point of, if we knew what was in the files, if we knew who was there, basically we wouldn't have an election. So that basically states that there are a lot of politicians and other people that are in these files that he's aware of, which is why it's taking them so long to actually release them. So I do believe that they're scrubbing them too. Yeah. I mean, it's plain, like, it's clear as day what's happening. But it's just like, we just kind of like, okay, what can we do?
Because clearly, what can we do at this point? We have been advocating for them to be released. The victims even got to a point where they were saying, hey, if you guys won't release them, we are going to release what we know. And so that is clearly like putting some fire under their butts to be like, hey, guys, let's get this out here because they're going to release the real files and let's at least be able to release the redacted things we have in the files we want to release. All right, Devyni, you are up 200 points. Myk, you are at 100, and this is our very last question in round one. A sneaker raffle for what becomes the most entered of all time? Devyni.
Cactus Jack Jordan 1s.
Cactus Jack Jordan 1s. That's a mouthful. It's a lot to say.
It is.
Whose shoe is this?
This is Travis Scott's shoe. Very popular. Okay, so this one's been released. It is the hottest shoe of 2025. I think 4.4 million entries into this raffle, which is insane. There's not even that many shoes.
That's
there's
crazy.
Not even that many people. Ciao.
This many people want a shoe. Clearly, like you said, it's the most popular shoe of 2025, which is why it had so many people enter to win. And for people who are not familiar with sneaker culture, no, you can't just go in the store and buy this shoe. You have to enter in a raffle in order to be chosen to purchase the shoe, which is wild in my opinion. But Myk, there was a sneaker that held the title before this. What was it?
I want to say it was like some Air Jordan something or whatever that Travis Scott had as well. I don't know the actual full name, but I know it was an Air Jordan shoe. I'm not a big sneakerhead. I prefer boots.
But it was another one of his shoes. I think it was the reverse mocha for this one. But to your point, it was another one of his shoes. So he topped his latest title.
Yes.
But I think that one was like 3.8 million entries that it had. And so now he's topped that shoe, which is another shoe of his, with 4.3 million. This is just wild. Travis in the sneaker game clearly has it on lock.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little wild that these shoes are just like a reverse of a shoe that's already made. And so we're having this much clout and hype be behind a shoe that was already out. We just put it out in reverse.
That's crazy.
I'm in the wrong business. I'm doing the wrong thing. Let me just do shoes and then reverse it and put it out the next year. Crazy to me, but hey, Travis is doing his thing, and he clearly has the sneaker game on lock. All right, Devyni, 300 points you have on the board. Myk, you have 100. That's what I'm saying, too.
Yeah, this button ain't working.
Oh, it's the buzzer that's not working.
Yeah.
You love to blame the buzzer when you are down bad, but it's all good. I feel like you're going to make a comeback in round 2. That is a wrap for round 1 of Clock It. And when we return, Devyni and Myk will battle it out for round 2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clock It. Welcome back to Clock It, where Devyni and Myk are battling it out, getting ready to enter into round 2. Devyni has 300 points on the board, and Myk has 100. But Myk, I know you can make a comeback. Let me help you out. To advance on to our first question in round 2. Which artist told fans, "I got no songs that warrant this," after a fight broke out at his show? Myk.
Leon Thomas.
Leon Thomas definitely has no song that, it's not like Nuck If You Buck was playing. What is going on? Like, what is he most popular? What's the most popular song he's known for?
The Mutt song.
Yes.
More so the one with Chris Brown is the one I.
Oh, the one with Chris Brown is the one you like. Okay. But yes, he's known for his song Mutt. But he has like a very soulful R&B, laid back vibe.
Yeah.
So why were people fighting? Where'd this happen?
It happened in DC. But it's weird when stuff like this happens, because it's almost like, to me, fighting at like a Sade or Anita Baker concert.
Yes.
Like, what's the purpose? I never got it either. So I'm with him. He stated it on like X or something like that. He reposted a video. It's aggravating, so I don't blame him. But I think he took lightly to it too. He like kind of found it a little funny, like, y'all, what are we doing? But
I think there was a little humor there, but a little seriousness there. Like, y'all, what are y'all doing? Y'all, I'm sure, messing up my flow of my performance. And then on top of that, why are we fighting? What is going on? I don't even have any songs that warrant for this. Leon is also nominated for a lot of Grammys. How many?
I think 6.
Okay.
6 in total. I think it's Album of the Year, R&B Artist of the Year, R&B Album of the Year. Honestly, the list goes on, but he's a great artist. Like, I loved him back in his Victorious days when he was on the little TV show. He was always so good. Yeah, that's him. So his name on there was Andre, but I was like, look at him, done growed up and done became a star. For real.
I love that. I love seeing when artists, we know them as something formerly, and then they continue their journey in their career to go on to be great things.
Yeah.
Being nominated for 6 Grammys, as you can see. His song was also in the top 10 Billboard 100. What number did it come in at?
yeah, it shot from what it was, I think, at 16 or 18 up to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still doing pretty good.
He is killing the game right now. So to his point, why are y'all fighting at my shows? I am on a great streak right now. Do not try to break me down. I don't even got no songs that call for y'all to be fighting. Chill out. DC, what's going on? All right, Devyni, 300 points. Myk is making a comeback with 200 points on the board, doing his thing. I see you, Myk. Let's keep this game rolling. Next question it is. Who loves hiring women over men? And if she's a black woman, she definitely gets the job. Myk.
Auntie Wanda Sykes.
We love to see a black woman advocating for more black women. Why is she choosing to do this?
It's not a hidden thing. I feel like we know that women are the underdogs within the industry. So what I love about Wanda is that she feels that she's at a certain, I guess, power or platform to be able to solicit that for a lot more women to get paid and to get the jobs that they deserve. So yeah, so she's like, if it's a woman, for sure, but if it's a black woman, absolutely. She even said that even if she knows that the man might be a little bit more capable than the actual woman, she's still going with the woman because we need that.
I love to see that. Devyni, obviously you and I identify as black women. When you hear things like this, other black women advocating for more black women, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing because if I was in the position, I would do the exact same thing. We are already set back a little bit in this industry and so many others. So for her to be using her power, her platform, her influence to give jobs to the women, the black women who need them and who may not get those opportunities all the time, it's amazing. I'm here for Auntie Wanda.
I'm here for it too. As someone with lived experience as a black woman, I often see how my counterparts get jobs and opportunities over me just because of the color of their skin. So I think this is a way, one, to level the playing field a little bit more, yep. And two, too often the goalpost continues to get moved as a black woman when we're in certain situations. So at least we have people in spaces advocating for us. It makes me feel great as a black woman, and I hope to see more black women jump on this train and do what she's doing. So kudos to her. All right, Myk, you was not playing. You made a comeback there. 300 points both of y'all have on the board, making it a tie between the two of you. Let's break this tie and keep this game rolling. Which artist is saying, stop trying to make me an R&B villain?
Dang, okay then.
Myk.
Not DMX, but Mario.
Mario said, stop trying to make him an R&B villain. Why is he saying this now?
Because he is a villain.
Oh.
He is a villain. Mario has been doing a lot of unnecessary things, whether this came to being rude to people or just running his mouth. I know previously he had a situation where he was at a concert and I guess he had shoot like the cameraman or something. And then of course people are going to add on to it because of the whole Monica and Brandy situation that's there too.
Yeah.
I think he showed more praise to Brandy over Monica, which honestly was not a thing. Mm-hmm. But because he's doing so much already, they're going to make it a thing. But yeah, he's just been very rude to a lot of people.
You bring up a great point when it comes to this cameraman situation. We saw Mario get kind of aggressive with the cameraman, and we never really heard anything from him on his side of what took place and how it played out. But this is what he had to say on The Breakfast Club.
No one told me that a cameraman was going to be on stage at all. So when I go on stage, I'm performing, and I keep seeing a figure around me. The stage is pretty big. Mm-hmm. But I keep seeing a figure, I'm like, okay. Then when I saw him for the first time, I'm like, damn, did he jump up from? Because he didn't have a camera, bro. He had an iPhone. On a joint. Go look at the video. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, he must have jumped from out of the crowd. Right. And came on. I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping, whatever. He over there. But then he got comfortable. As I'm walking back to the right side of the stage, he's all the way downstage, like near the speaker. Like, you should be like further back, like, you feel me? And then that moment, it's like, yo, you got to get the stage, bro.
Right.
Now hearing Mario's side of things, was it okay for him to do what he did to the cameraman?
I don't think it was ever okay. Yes, I understand the situation, but you could have handled it a lot more politely. Mm-hmm. And you were in front of all those people, baby. Let's just say, hey, like, can we just halt a little bit? Did we have to cuss him out? Did we have to get a little irate? If you don't want to be the villain, don't act like a villain.
I agree. He, in my opinion, is perpetuating the narrative of him being in his villain era and him being a villain, because there were ways to articulate things to people. If he was on stage and you felt it was interrupting your performance or taking away from your performance, you could have said, hey, bro, do you mind just stepping off the stage for my performance? This is kind of distracting and I want to give the people the best show possible. Can we make this happen? The way he articulated it to him was not okay. And it's the reason why people are continuing to paint him as a villain, because that was not cool, Mario. I'm sorry. I understand your side, but it does not justify what happened on that stage with that cameraman. All right, Myk, 400 points. You are up. And Devyni's at 300. 2 more questions we have. Let's keep it rolling. Next question. Which artist is facing a 6th accusation of sexual battery? Devyni.
Smokey Robinson.
Uncle Smokey, what is going on? What is going on? 6 cases? What makes this case different from the other 5?
Yeah, so the other 5 were all women. This is the first man to come forward with these accusations. So, Uncle Smokey, you're getting a little out of hand. It's getting bad.
It is getting really bad. All of these people have seemed to be under employment of the 6 lawsuits that are out now against him. Do you think that he was using his power as an advantage over these people?
I mean, you know, if he did it, absolutely. I'm upset at Smokey. 'Cause I love Smokey Rock. It just really hurt me. You know, I've been sworn about this for a little minute. Absolutely. If he really did it, he definitely used it to his advantage. I also feel like he might end up using age as a thing too. You know, a lot of old people get away with a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
But him to be fumbling like with a man like that and you know do what he did, I ain't gonna say fully what it is. Yeah, Smokey, you're wrong.
Yeah, Smokey, unfortunately, in your later years, it seems that a lot of things are coming out that you are not the icon and the artist that we all uphold you to be. Everyone has their day in court, so we'll see how this situation plays out. But guys, I have to let you know we are advancing on to our very last question in round 2. Yikes. And it's also important to note that you are both tied. 400 points on the board you have, so let's break this tie. Here's our last question. Which generation is considered the drunkest generation in human history? Myk.
Millennials.
Now, you identify as a millennial. I think everyone on the stage identifies as a millennial. Do you think this is true?
Absolutely. I'm drunk now. I'm playing. I don't need drink.
Yes, and to your point, you are
Yeah.
someone who does not drink.
Yeah.
You're on your sober journey, as am I. And Devyni, you dabble here and there.
A little bit.
But, you know, for us to be considered the drunkest, and now we're people who don't even drink. Let's go back to the day and age where we did drink. Did this ring true?
Yes, this is absolutely true. Like I said, I think there's a few factors. For one, we actually had fun to me
Yes.
more than the kids are having fun now. I think promoting clubs and stuff like that was a huge thing. We also have a lot of celebrities during our time that had a lot of brand deals or were doing their own liquor. And now, honestly, some of the same ones are doing like a lot of wine now.
Yeah.
So drinking, I think, was a big part of our bringing up. So I can't disagree.
Devyni, in your college days, did you throw them back?
Baby, I had a time, okay? My 20s owe me nothing, so I would have to agree with the statistic that the millennials are the drunkest. We definitely deserve that title.
We did what had it to be done. You know, back in my day when I did drink, you know, it was a time to your point, and maybe that's the reason why I don't drink to this day. That could have something to do with it. All right, guys, well, that brings us to the end of today's episode, and today's winner is Myk. Myk is the winner of this episode of Clock It. He's doing his thing, 500 points on the board, and you get crowned with our Clock It chain. Look at that. Don't it look good on you? As always, Myk, it is a pleasure. Devyni, thank you for being here. Myk, thank you for being today's winner and also being a part of the show. And for our viewers at home, tomorrow, same time, same place, we are back for another episode of Clock It, and we'll see you then. Great job. That was awesome. Yes, you did your thing. Okay. And it matched your outfit. Look, it looks great.